And somehow we have crawled our way, in my case, literally, to another week. It's Friday. Oh, do I sound healthy? I had my flu jab yesterday. Probably going to drop dead. Anyway, hello everybody. I'm Russ Kane. This is the Midday Show. No Phil Dave. You can all breathe a sigh of relief. Why is this all crackly? It sounds crackly. Could be me. I had a shower. Who knows? I could have, matey. I could have matey in my ears. We don't know. We have no idea. Anywho, I hope you're all well. Are you in the middle of the Christmas madness? Personally, I can't stand it. I absolutely can't bear it. Chantal, by the way, Chantal Rickards OBE will be coming on a little bit earlier. We send the huge hair and makeup trailer around to Wandsworth, and it's part of her rider. The champagne, the flowers, got to be white lilies, 3 dozen of them. She's quite picky, I'll be honest with you. How you all doing? Come and say hello. So Christmas madness, I can't bear it. It's a sort of lunacy that takes over the world, isn't it? And you see these adverts, they're all sitting there and they're all having a marvelous time at the table. And the table's groaning with every type of food that you never really want to see. And it's like party rings. What the hell's a party ring? And there's an ad. I digress. I'm interrupting myself. Tell you why. There's an advert from Tesco. Every little helps. Blah 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 blah. There's an advert from Tesco, right? And I genuinely have no idea what the food is. So there's all these little cubes. Oh, good God! Ian in Surbiton. Short show for me today's rare event. Going to pub. I hope the staff can take the shot. What? Our staff? I don't have any staff. You're looking at the staff. You're looking at it, baby. As my late mum used to say, if you want something doing, do it yourself. Have a great time in the pub. Warn them. Anyhow, seriously, back to this Tesco advert. It just crossed my mind. And every time it comes, I go, what are they eating? They got little square cubes, or cubes usually are square, little cubes of something kind of orangey and some sort of orangey. All right, there's a variation of what the hell that could be. And then what they've got is this kind of red, looks like an apple or a huge tomato. And what the hell is it? And it's got like spots on it. I don't know if it's a dessert, it's a savory. It's the weirdest thing. It's just weird, right? Just weird. Okay. Do you feel pressured by Christmas? I try and ignore the whole damn thing. I think it's just awful. It just drives me nuts. It's the pressure. Last week, I was met up in Soho for a cigar and a coffee, right? So I always do every Saturday morning. And then we thought we'd get a sandwich or something to eat. Not realizing that the worst mayor in London's living history, the horrendous Sadiq Khan, has pedestrianised Regent Street. And if you don't live in London, that's like the main spine of London, a huge, wide street full of shops where you can't afford anything, right? Unless you want a suitcase for 500 quid, where you could go to TK Maxx and get it for about 15. However, putting that to one side, true, right? So they're pedestrianised. And everyone's wondering, like, they're like the living dead. I thought I was an extra, seriously, in The Walking Dead. So it's like everyone's walking, and they're not looking in the shop windows. They're just walking. I'm thinking, holy God! So Colin, we're like that. Typical London attitude. And finally found a little sandwich shop, sat down and had a sandwich. And I'll tell you why we had a sandwich. So we went to a little local pub around the corner from where we normally smoke. And went into we were going to get a pie. Seriously. All we wanted, they make fresh sort of steak and kidney and that sort of pie. Nice, right? Going to get a pie. Looked at the menu, which is outside. How much is the steak and kidney pie? Come on. How much? 24 quid. A pub in town, steak and kidney pie, 24 quid. Sod off. Not happening. Sure, it's delicious. I'm not going to have it. Let's see what Mr. Claridge has to say. Oh, hang on. Right, Claridge. Good afternoon, everyone. I don't know why he suddenly talks like Orson Welles, but we might as well do. Anyone else seen the ridiculously confusing and very weird KFC advert? It's repulsive. Claridge, it's disgusting. Right? Shows a bloke walking in the woods. Yeah, he encounters some hippie-looking feral cannibals, as far as I can see, and joins them. They eventually dip him in a golden lake, and he surfaces transformed into a chicken nugget, which they start to eat. I don't think that's the story with KFC. I think this guy is minding his own business. Comes along, they're either zombies or cannibals or chainsaw massacre people. I think they're extras from I Spit on Your Grave. Could be wrong, right? And the next thing is they tie him up and eat him. That's the KFC advert. Freaks me. I find it really turns my stomach. Can't bear it. Yeah. Well, Rosie, you're not kidding. Good afternoon, young man. I'll take the young, sweetheart. I'll take the young every day. That's a ridiculous amount of money. I know. And we were thinking, well, no, we just want a snack. So we went off and just got a couple of sandwiches, which were great. Right. Ian in Southampton. I have KFC 100 yards from me. Don't boast. Don't. That's just boasting. You're just boasting your showbiz lifestyle now, aren't you? Bloody cheek. I have KFC 100 yards from me. I have better taste than you got. I don't eat fast food. It's not a snobby thing. My stomach hates it. I can't bear the smell. I don't like it. I never eat fast food. Never. Oh, there she is, ladies and gentlemen. Straight from Paradise Cove, where she solves murder mysteries every week. No, she's actually from Sydney. Michelle Vaughan. Well, your little buddy is coming on fairly shortly. What's the time? It's 12:07, so she'll be on 5-10 minutes, something like that, when she's finished in hair and makeup. You know how long it takes. Oh, Chantal. Her real name's Charles. It takes ages. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, so the West End's mad. Improve your protect. What is this? Shut up. Don't you hate pop-ups? They just pop up. Hey up, lad. Aye. The name's Harling. I like what I say and I say what I like. Aye. Yorkshire. If you've never been to Yorkshire, it is stunning. It is gorgeous, but they're a different country. I mean, they want to be a different country, and I don't blame them. Jeez, I don't blame them at all. I think London should be a separate country because it's so screwed up. It is. It's disgusting. I think that London should be a separate country, and then the rest of the UK could have a lovely, lovely time without the nuttiness of London. Thinking of getting out. Kind of, maybe. I'm looking at it over the next year or so. Here he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Ladies and gentlemen, I call him Dave B. Sleet. You call him Dave A. Sleet. Greetings, one and all. I can't wait. He's got a machine. I can't wait to try this Alpha Wave machine. I am dying to try this Alpha Wave machine. I'm so keen on it. I may have to invite him over and get him to try it. I may have to do that. Now, what have we got? Well, hang on. Back to Mr. Claridge. Let's put Mr. Claridge. I don't eat fast food. He doesn't talk like that, but I will for the sake of convenience. I don't eat fast food either. And even when I was a meat eater, he's now Noel Coward. I don't eat fast food either. And even when I was a meat eater, I would avoid KFC. Couldn't stand too awful to call food. Paul, T-double-O. T-double-O. It's my job in life. Got to prove. Hello, Simon. This guy. This is a really interesting guy. This guy, Simon. Remind me if we've met. I don't know. I can't remember anything. And drugs and opioids. I can't remember. But Simon has pictures with everybody famous you've ever heard of. The most fantastic thing. And he puts up all these pictures, and I always look at them. Simon, I look at your stuff every day because I think it's fantastic. Just great. What was brilliant, darling? What was Kaz? What was brilliant? Noel Coward. Hang on. We've got another one. We've got another one coming in. What have we got this? Good to have Russ on today. I was worried that you... And Neil doesn't work on a Friday. He's too busy being funny. allegedly. Wah, 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 wah. Neil, I admire Neil. I know we take the piss out of each other royally, but I have known him 35 plus years, right? So we could do that. And with Neil, he decided he wanted to be a stand-up comic. A brutally hard career. Brutal. Not for me. I'd pick and choose what I want to do, but I won't do the circuit. Not interested. And Neil just works his socks off, and he's built his way up to the bill. So there we go. Good for him. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes. I hope. Simon, hang on, matey. You have pictures with some of the most famous people on the planet. Any idiot can get a picture with me. Walk into Lidl, you'll find me wandering slowly. If you ever go to a Lidl, just look for an idiot going down the middle aisle going, do I need a jigsaw cutter? Oh, look, there's an angle grinder. I wouldn't even know how to plug it in. But it looks so interesting, doesn't it? Right. Yes. Oh, thank you. My dog. Do you know my favourite Edward Woodward? I've mucked it up. Noel Coward gag, right? So Noel Coward goes to a party years and years ago, and he says to his companion, "Who is that delightful young man over there in the corner?" That's Sir Noel. Sir Noel, that is the young actor Edward Woodward. Pardon me, Edward Woodward. Edward Woodward. Edward Woodward sounds like a man breaking wind in the bath. One of my favourite gags. Yay. Okay. Right. Simon's back. Let's make it happen. If not this year. Mate, it ain't going to be this year. I got 6 funerals. It's like the Somme out there. It's like the Somme. Every time I think, right, I could, start winding down, have a little break. No. Could you do this? Yeah. Could you do it? And it's weird because I've been talking to all my funeral directors, and some of them are crazy busy, some of them aren't. But the ones that are really, really, really busy, it's because the fans. Could you get Uncle Fred? Could we have the cremation? Do you think you do it before Christmas? Sorry, no. Everything's booked up. Well, could you get it done before Christmas? Get it out of the way? No. Could you? And the funeral directors say, could you move it to January? We've got more room. January, can you just leave it a couple of weeks? Oh. Here's an interesting thing. If you are really so keen to, Uncle Fred or Auntie Maud or whatever it is for a funeral, and you're insisting, and you want it on a Saturday, like peak time, I'm talking about between now and New Year, guess how much the surcharge is? You ready? £1,000. £1,000. Not me. I'm going to charge exactly the same. Well, I'll charge a little bit more if you drag me in on a Saturday, but £1,000 surcharge on top of all the other fees. Wow. Surcharge £1,000 if you're going to drag the crematorium staff or the funeral staff in on a Saturday. Wow. Rosie, easy, Neddy. Very interesting woman, Rosemary Jessup. Lives on a farm, got all these lovely horses and things, and the RAF keep buzzing her. So does the American Air Force. I don't know what she did in a previous life. Worrying. Maybe she's like the Che Guevara of the countryside. I don't know. Did someone knock my door? No. When I was at school. Can I clear something up? I was not at school with Nigel Farage. Had all these PR companies. Hey, Russ. You were at school with Nigel Farage. What was he like? No, I wasn't at school. We went to the same school. I'd been gone 10 years before he joined the school. Jeez. A little bit of research won't kill you. So, no, I wasn't at school with Nigel Farage. Thank you. Anyway, when I was at school, Edward Woodward came to talk to us, and he came into the Great Hall. I don't know why he did. And he gave a talk. And I've never forgotten. He was just fantastic. He was so monstrously entertaining and lovely and so funny. And the place was packed. Right, here comes Simon again. He's on the roll now. Can't stop him. I used to listen to you during my not so distant childhood on Capital FM with who's that name? Chris Tarrant? Chris Tarrant? No, not ringing a bell. Not ringing a bell. And I met Chris loads, including Reese. I don't know who he is, Simon. I can't remember him. No, Chris Tarrant. No, not ringing a bell with me. Right. I'm seeing him for lunch next week. Is it next week I'm seeing him? I think I'm seeing him for lunch next week. No, the week after. I think we're having lunch. At least you say Farage. Well, James O'Brien, matey, when I'm an MP, we'll have it investigated. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that when I'm an MP, when I'm in charge. James O'Brien. Yeah, anyway. How does Farage? Well, there was a rumour that when he was at school, it was pronounced Farage. Who knows? I don't know. I've only met Nigel Farage once, which was at a school reunion. He happened to be there. I happened to be there. And I thought, well, never met him before. I'd like to see what he was like, you know. And so I went over, introduced myself. We had a little chat for about 10 minutes. He was exactly as you'd expect. He literally had a fag in one hand, a bottle of beer in the other, and we had a chat. The end. That was it. Okay. Anyway, James, I'm going to be honest. I don't slag off and talk badly about other people because, you know, I'm sure other broadcasters can't stand me. It doesn't keep me awake at night. And I'm sure my views of them doesn't bother them one jot. I can't bear him. I can't bear him. There's certain people, when they come on, I have to switch off. And if I'm, well, I don't go in Ubers. I won't. I use the bus and the tube. I won't use Uber for a variety of reasons at the moment. I think you know where I'm going. But James O'Brien. Ooh. And what's the other one I can't bear? Keith Lemon. Christ. Keith Lemon. Now, any Strictly fans out there? I know it's a dance show. It's a dance show. They're not trying to find a cure for cancer. They're not trying to solve world peace. You know, it's a dance show. It's glitzy. It's funny. It's camp. It's you know, an hour of glitziness and brightness and hilarity. Oh, what? What did you do? Oh, gee. I wish to confess, as a 12-year-old in 1966, I called a West German a Jerry during the World Cup. Well, you're finished. That's your political career. I will be phoning at 1 o'clock precisely, Ian. I will be phoning The Guardian. That's going to be Saturday's front page splash. It is such crap, isn't it? Who the hell knows what people said? So one PR person wrote to me and I said, anyway, no, I wasn't at school with him, blah, 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 blah. I think it's nonsense. Back to Farage. And I said, can you remember what people said to you in the playground? And this PR person wrote back, yes, as a matter of fact, I can. Who the hell knows what? I don't know. It was 1,000,000 years ago, for God's sake. You know, we were children. You change, right? You change. At that time, everyone thought Jimmy Savile was marvelous and Rolf Harris was fantastic. How did that work out, BBC? Not too well. You know her. Yes, precisely. You know her. You love her. She is finally out of hair and makeup and is apparently loving the 3 dozen white lilies and orchids and mixture that I send every week.
They haven't actually arrived yet, Russ.
Are you kidding?
No. But I'm going away tonight anyway, so it doesn't really
Hello,
matter.
Interflora. You're fired. I've dealt with it. Where are you off to now?
I'm going to Dubai tonight.
Don't tell me another film festival. I'll go mad.
It's something called the Digital Media Forum.
Oh, yeah. I was asked to do that.
And I'm going to talk about AI.
All right. Well, you need the bloke from Yorkshire. All right. That's all you need. Just take him with. He can just go, all right. Hey, all right. That's it. For half an hour. Just do that. So you're off to Dubai. How long for?
But I've just checked the weather forecast and it says fog and rain.
In Dubai?
Yes.
It never does that.
I'm only going for the sunshine.
Oh, where have you gone? Hang on, you disappeared. What's going on? How dare you? See, she's upset about the flowers. All right, I'll answer this one quickly. Who do you think will win Strictly? The footballing lady. I think she's great.
Okay.
I think the footballing lady will win. I think she's blooming marvellous. You see, Philip Harding, AI, listening and watching in Yorkshire, he's ready to come with you. Don't say, oh, it's not AI in Yorkshire, apparently. It's AUP.
It's A.
So what are you going to be saying about AI? That it's all going to destroy us and take everyone's jobs? Basically.
No, I'm talking about creative storytelling or storytelling in general. You should understand this. You are a storyteller.
I am.
And I'm going to say that it isn't a competition, but there are things that AI can't replace because it hasn't experienced them. And that's for the grown-ups like you and I in the room. So it's a fairly spurious argument. It is a piece purely dreamt up from my head with a little help from AI. But I'm coming out.
AI, I fancy a break somewhere sunny. Help me out.
Bit
Hello,
like
Chantal.
yeah,
Chatbot here.
I'm coming out on the side of the human being because
Thank God.
Yes. And we'll, it's a 10-minute keynote speech just to start the day and say something. I mean, it's not particularly controversial, but some people will say, no, you're old-fashioned, human beings are dead. And I will go, no, they're not. So that's what I'm going to go and talk to them about. I
think you and you're younger than I am, so let's be honest about it. However, and don't say, oh, well, not by much. Yes, I'm older than you, right? I think you and I would just about scrape through by the skin of our teeth. Our kids are screwed.
Oh,
screwed.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
AI is really good fun. I mean,
Chantal, let me tell you something. All right.
My son. On my own. I'm a woman of very few needs, but.
So many gags open themselves to me, and I'm not walking into that particular minefield, right? Because I've known you too long, right? My son works in Texas. He's been out there for years. Not saying what company, but let's just say it's one of the most cutting-edge AI companies in the world. Right?
Indeed.
They've created their own destruction. Now, not long ago, he was besieged with job offers from all the Silicon Valley based, all the people in Seattle and Texas and California, all everywhere, right? Besieged because he's very, very senior. Don't ask me what he does. I don't get it. Never have. Because when we're together, we just do fart jokes. That's all we do. You think I'm joking. Fart jokes and superheroes. That's it. So so I don't know how he got this. But anyway, he's hugely senior in this massive certain company, right? And now AI has taken all that away.
Oh.
It's taken it all away. So the huge glut of job offers.
Yes.
Just gone.
Well, fun enough, I was listening to a podcast this morning about AI, and they said that there is somebody who is supposed to be a real AI expert who's just been taken on for a role in Silicon Valley, and they're paying him $250 million a year.
Well, they would need to. And can I tell you why? I know everyone's sitting there going, oh, this is bullshit. This is the future.
Yeah.
This is the future. Ignore it at your peril.
I agree.
Now, somebody like, I'm going to pick somebody at random, like Rosemary Jessup. She lives on a farm now. She looks after her horses. It's irrelevant. AI, what? No, somebody needs to go out. I'm using this as a silly example, but you see what I'm saying? It's a practical thing. Farmers, you've got to grow the crops, despite what the morons in Westminster think. You need a tractor. You need people to bring in the produce and do the crops and crop rotation, everything like that, sowing and reaping and everything like that, right? But other jobs, the cerebral jobs, AI is going to crush them out of existence. You won't need them.
Well, it depends on what you're using the human brain for.
Well, let me give you a for instance.
Okay.
Interviews.
Yeah.
HR.
I've done a couple of those this week. Yes.
I was being so cheeky. I'm not going to do it because.
No, I never.
No. Well, with interviews for big companies, I'm not talking about at our level. I'm talking about people starting out, there's an HR, and you'd normally go and need to go and see somebody and have an interview. I tell you, because I've had it from the people who design all this stuff. Anyway, AI is going to do away with that. You don't need to employ someone to do the interview. They will have been programmed itself to answer all the correct questions, see if the algorithm match, etc., etc. You won't need it. And I'm not talking about sitting there looking at Robbie the robot.
Okay, I would push back on that, because I was interviewing this week for a very...
Look, exactly like you, and you won't tell the difference. Yeah.
Okay.
Here we are.
Well,
hope you get some time to relax in Dubai in the sandstorms and fog and rain.
I know. So unlucky. But
it's ridiculous that there's always a million degrees there, isn't it?
Well, it's about 27 degrees, but it's still going to be foggy and rainy. Anyway, they probably need
it'll be humid.
Break. I think it only rains 3 days a year or something, but maybe it's now raining. I think it's
a bonkers place, isn't it, Dubai? It's absolutely bonkers. I mean, it's just
hat as a hat.
The thing to do with Dubai, if you've never been, leave your brain in the airport, because the airport's sensational,
fabulous.
Just leave your and just embrace it and enjoy it and think it is what it is. It's the Las Vegas of the Middle East, and that's the way to, it's like looking for intellectual stimulation in Las Vegas. Not going to happen.
I think, from what I remember, the last time I was there, they were saying that they had stopped work on the second airport because planes going to Australia that used to drop in for a quick bit of petrol and take off again can now fly all the way to Australia, certainly all the way to Perth. So it used to be a major hub where people would have to go for, a bit more petrol, and now they've worked out that actually they don't have as many sort of drop-in planes as they did in the past, and I think they cancelled the second.
Well, I saw it. This is very odd because this week 2 contradictory, how rare for that, news reports. One was explaining the new Dubai airport, which is off the scale huge. 5 major runways. 5. Heathrow has 2. Right, think about that. 5, and the size of it is like I don't know, the whole of Scotland as an airport or something like that. And the other thing is they've just announced the longest non-stop flight. Don't ask me where to. I don't know. 29 hours.
Good Lord, I didn't even know you could fly for 29 hours.
You'd have to carry me off in a body bag. 29 hours.
That's not my idea of fun.
No, I can't bear it. How many movies can you watch?
Yeah.
Here's Dave Sleet. Shall I read this out, Chantal?
Oh, yes. Let's have a look.
We got in front of AI form filling for application and used direct... Oh, God, I think he's speaking French. And used direct peer review conversations, which shows up the people that have used AI. Some good news to share. Oh, thank God. Wanstead Mental Health Clinic has been awarded... No, you said this last week. This is wonderful. We congratulated you. Been awarded National Lottery funding to support our community support groups to 2026. Bravo. Excellent. If anybody deserves it, this is the hard work. I've known Dave for years, and he has worked his socks off to get where he is. Bravo. And he believes in what he's doing. No, have you spotted anything decent to watch? Because I haven't.
You haven't? Well, I've been around and about. So I've seen a couple of things at the cinema that I thought I would bring up. Yes. And I've seen the third series of a really good Nordic noir, which I'm going to tell you about. So I've seen quite a lot. Yeah. I mean, obviously people are holding back in the sort of, the week until the week running up to Christmas, where we're going to get lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of Christmas specials. We'll talk about those next week, probably. So
Alan Carr special.
Yeah. But what I have seen, I went to the movies on, I think it was Monday night, and I went to see the new Noah Baumbach movie. Noah, I have mentioned before. He's the chap who wrote or co-wrote Barbie with his wife.
Yeah.
He, not that everybody loved Barbie, but he also wrote something called Marriage Story. He also wrote something called The Meyerowitz Sisters, which had Oscar nominations.
Oh, okay.
Very clever writer. He's also an extremely nice man. I think I told you that when I did my last ever interview in Hollywood at one of the BAFTA
Go
screenings.
say that again. Come on, please. I live such a boring suburban life. Please say that again.
Well, I have told you the story that I interviewed Noah Baumbach, which was literally on my last week in Hollywood. I interviewed Noah, Meryl Streep, Jane Fonda, Helen Mirren, not DiCaprio,
Al Murray, the pub landlord.
Al Murray, the pub landlord, not Al Murray, the pub landlord.
No.
And
That was a crazy guess. I panicked.
Big Al, and can't remember who else. Anyway, it was a big week. And Noah Baumbach came on stage with a bottle of champagne and said,
Did he? I like him.
And yeah, I understand it's your last ever interview here and your last night as CEO of BAFTA in Hollywood. And here's a bottle of champagne from us.
Al Jazeera.
Al Jazeera. How could we know, you silly boy?
What a lovely, lovely thing to do.
I know, but he is a very smart writer, and he's
he's a good writer for sure.
And he has written this two-hander with Adam Sandler, who I think is
Sandler is fantastic.
And the person you won't like is George Clooney.
No, I saw it the other night. I watched it.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, well, what did you think then?
What did I think? I love, if you show me Tuscan scenery, because I eventually want to live there, to be honest with you. That's where I'd like to end. And I'm happy. You could do anything. You could do a Tesco's advert and I'd watch it for 2 hours because it's Tuscan scenery, which is my favorite in the whole world.
Okay.
What did I think? I thought it was very self-regarding.
Okay. We better tell everybody what it's about.
Oh, okay. George... Right. No, it's your job.
No, go for it.
I'm not going to steal your thunder.
No, you start, and if you go wrong, I will.
Oh God, this is like being at school, isn't it? Right. Okay. George Clooney plays basically George Clooney.
Correct.
And he's an actor who is of a certain age, and he's just worried that his career might just be slightly fading, and that's indicated very cleverly by him doing his hair and darkening his eyebrows and,
with a Sharpie.
With a Sharpie, which cracked me up. And he has the agent. Adam Sandler steals this film. Steals it. He is a fan. I can't bear his comedies. Can't bear them. I find them sodding annoying. But he is the most fantastic actor. Oh my God.
50 First Dates was fabulous.
What one? First, okay. I don't really like comedy films, but I loved Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler plays his manager, agent guy.
Ron,
and it's a wonderful insight, which is why I never listen to anything that Hollywood people say, because they live in this bubble, which is such bullshit. It has nothing to do with real life. They don't know real life, and the only people they care about is themselves. We know that. You dealt with them day and night. You know that. It's basically how it works. And so he decides he's going to go to Paris and follow his daughter and try and rebuild the family. So you think, he's going to, like Muggins here, Mr. Middle of Little, thinks, will he get on a plane? No, of course he doesn't. This convoy of Range Rovers arrives at a private jet. Yeah, and he's got everybody there. His hairdresser, his makeup guy, his manager, his PR people. I mean, this is how they travel.
Yeah.
And that's basically what happens. And he reaches an existential crisis where he knows he's just being a film star and his work has no meaning whatsoever. It's just, and fine, you'd be fine with that. Be fine with that. Why not? Embrace that.
Yeah.
I don't think Jason Statham, you see, here's the difference. I think Clooney. I've always thought Clooney was a pseudo-intellectual. I can't bear his wife.
Well, he's
Huge.
pretty well educated.
No, he's pretty clever, but he veers into area where he's not schooled and educated. That's what I'm going to say. He's crazy handsome. He's a fabulous screen presence. I like his films. He's smooth. He's everything you'd want to be. I'm a fan. All right. And Colin, who's met him many times, met him the other week when they were promoting this, met Adam Sandler and Clooney and said they couldn't have been nicer.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been nicer.
He's very self-deprecating, as is Adam Sandler, actually.
Yeah, very. Yeah. They were very, and there's a very clever thing in this movie where Adam Sandler has another client, an actor who is never quite, he's doing very well by any standard, they're millionaires, but he's never going to be George Clooney.
Yeah.
Ever. And it's his realization. It's clever stuff.
Well, actually, the Tuscany bit is that George Clooney goes off to a film festival in Tuscany.
Yeah. It's amazing you weren't there, frankly.
Indeed. He's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award. And then he decides he's not going to pick up his award. Yeah. And so they hastily find somebody else to give the award to. Yeah. Now, that happens all the time.
Oh, God. I didn't know that. But you'd know it's your business.
Because so many of these awards are just sort of make them up as you go along awards. Not the Oscars and the BAFTAs, people vote for those. But the other one, there's things like the Lifetime Achievement Awards are who is free on a Friday night and can we
Precisely,
yeah.
I get that.
Pretty much.
Used to do that at Variety, for God's sake. Who's going to be around? Frida Jones, who was once in Coronation Street 30 years. We'll get her.
No, we did better than that.
No, I know, but I'm exaggerating. But you know what I mean. Yeah. If they're available, they might well get an award.
Yeah, this is called J. Kelly, which is the name of the
J-A-Y. It's not initial, it's J-A-Y. His name's J.
The name of the character played by George Clooney and his Sharpie pen. And Adam Sandler is the sidekick, Ron. And I liked it. It's whimsical. That's the thing about Noah's work. They're sort of dramedies as opposed to, they're not dramas and they're not comedies and they're certainly not melodramas. They're rather gentle and rather wistful. And you get to the end and you think, yeah, I sort of see where we've got to. And I've quite enjoyed the journey. So, it rates reasonably well on Rotten Tomatoes. I personally quite like films like that.
I did not enjoy it at all. But I think when you get right the way through to the character's arc, if I may be so
yes, the character's arc. Tell us
and I think, do you know what? He's learnt nothing. Because the end bit is when they're watching all the clips, and they're clips from George Clooney real films, by the way, right? He sits there with his agent who has prostituted himself basically his entire life. He's got a horrible marriage with a totally neurotic idiot wife, typical sort of Los Angeles. That must have resonated hard. How many of those people did you meet in 5 years? God damn. You're tripping over them. Walk down any street in LA, you're tripping over them. Trust me. And the end bit is that the lights, and he's watching all these clips, and you go, oh, yeah, you're thinking, oh, that's George Clooney with a handsome. And they just hold hands.
Yeah.
Because they both know that without each other, this kind of toxic relationship that kills any other relationship outside the two of them.
Yeah.
They've got nothing. He doesn't have a career, and Adam Sandler doesn't have a client.
Well, it really does ask those questions about whether your entourage are your friends or they're just your employees.
The bit I love, the best bit out of this. There's all these people. You think, well, who the bloody hell are all these people? It's just meant to be George. And then the woman said, I'm so sorry, I've got to go because Mr. President Macron wants me to do his hair. And she buggers off, and then he goes, well, where's Chantal? Oh, I'm sorry, Chantal's not coming back. Macron wants with him, he's got to go on to Italy, or he's got to go somewhere. And these people couldn't care less. It's just money.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for two people who realize, oh God, what's the name of that fabulous actress? I love her.
Laura Dern.
Thank you, Laura Dern, Bruce Dern's daughter.
Yep.
And Laura Dern and one other person go, do you know what? We're getting out of this madhouse. We're going back to our families.
Yep.
We're going to have a proper life. And it's not acrimonious. There's no big blow up scene. And he's going like, where are you going? Where are we going?
Yeah.
See you. And they go back. And it makes you wonder, you think, what is important to you? Is it your work? Is it your family? Kind of work for me, but that's me. That's what And are you? And I suppose in our existential questions, like, are you more than your work?
Oh, that is.
Well, I think about that a lot. Are you more than your? Is that who you are? Is that what defines you?
I hope so. If all I am is my work, then that would be rather poor. I wouldn't.
But you're not, because you're a fabulous person. Everyone who knows you loves you. You're generous hearted. You're a wonderful hostess, etc., etc. You're not that person.
But work's not important when it comes to everything else. I don't think.
Isn't it?
But maybe if I was a movie star earning millions and millions of dollars, I might think more about my worth on the planet. But that's the problem.
The thing is, you see, this is why it's so unfair. The George Clooney thing is just a tiny example of why that world, and I feel very strongly about this, is so unfair on people who think it's real life. I don't mean they think Daniel Craig is a secret agent who kills people. Well, but I'm sure there are some people who think that. But what I mean by that, Chantal, is that they go, look how she looks. And I go, she's got a nutritionist. She's got a private thing. She's got a cook. She's got people who dress her. She's got stuff. They have a whole team. Everybody else has got just them. Just them. That's their job. Their job is to look like that, or they wouldn't have a job.
Indeed.
So it's just nuts to think, oh, well, they're so real. They're not real. There's nothing real about them whatsoever.
But I mean, I think the system is what creates the corrosive effect.
Oh, totally. I saw a very interesting. My favorite critic is a critic on YouTube called The Critical Drinker. I've mentioned him many times.
Oh yes, you've mentioned it before. Yeah.
And his extraordinary, putting his language aside, which makes me love him even more. And he did a serious piece of why he thinks it was based on the fact that Netflix, and this is right up your street, Netflix put in this huge offer to buy out Warner Brothers.
They did.
Which sent all of Hollywood into a spin.
Yeah.
So think about that for a minute. Netflix are buying up Warner Brothers, a streaming service.
Yeah.
Right. And The Critical Drinker, who I cannot recommend highly enough, did a whole rationale of why cinemas, that it's finished. Why would you go? Netflix, everything will be eventually, and he summed it up. He said, they are a leftover from the 20th century. And he loves going to the cinema.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I know you love going to the cinema for the cinema experience. I'm iffy about it. He said, but with the advent of giant screens, you can go to Costco and buy something the size of practically an IMAX for $1,000 or so. I mean, the prices have come crashing down. Better sound systems. Why do that? Why go when somebody's on their phone or the people behind you are talking, they're munching their food, slurping their drink? It's a very interesting piece.
Well, I hope that cinema doesn't die, but I'm going to refer to it in my talk on Monday.
How's it go? Can I ask you a serious question? Because I mean, this is your bread and butter. I'm just a punter in this regard. This is what you do and have done for years. How is the actual? I'm not talking about the making of films. That's always going to happen, right? And we'll go straight on to streaming services because that's how they make their money. And they can hide the loss. Don't forget, it won't be measured in box office. It's a very interesting point. A crappy film that loses $100 million easily, loads of them this year.
Yep.
They measure it by ticket sales. Once it's on a streaming service, all they measure it is, did Chantal Rickards at 33 The High Street, London, watch this film for more than a couple of minutes. Oh, good. Tick. It's a success. Seriously. So it's only the minutes watched, not so they can hide these losses. You'll never know about them.
Yeah, but financially, obviously, they've had the money up front from Netflix because Netflix is funding movies. So
Yeah.
So
no, I'm talking about studio movies. Netflix is
yeah. Well, I mean, Jay Kelly is made for Netflix.
Yeah.
And
so how is a cinema? How is a physical cinema? What are they going to have to do, in your professional opinion, to stay relevant? What are they going to do?
there are all sorts of theses about what cinema is going to have to do. I mean, they already are in many places. You know, you can get served at your seat. You can, you know, book it out just for you and friends. You can have a meal. You can
do that at home.
No,
you do that at home.
You absolutely can. But a lot of people actually like to get out of their home, and you will always get a better screen and and better sound in a cinema.
Yep.
They're pretty good. I like, particularly with things like comedies, I love watching a comedy in a big movie theater, because you just then get the sheer enjoyment of everybody in the room.
No,
you don't like that. No, I love
no. I'm agreeing with you. There is a community, and when a few years back, Lloyd, Larry, and I went to see Blazing Saddles with a live appearance by Mel Brooks, who ripped the roof off. Yeah, it was great. I just happened to see it, so I got a surprise. I booked tickets. We're going to see Mel Brooks, and it was a fantastic night. And watching Blazing Saddles, I think it was about, I don't know how many years ago, maybe 6-7 years ago, something like that. Watching Blazing Saddles in a packed audience and everybody cracking up together, that wonderful community of laughter was so life affirming.
Yeah.
In fact, Lloyd and I went to, he said, have you ever seen Marx Brothers at the cinema? I said, look, I know I'm old. I'm not that bloody old. Of course I haven't. I say, they're made in the 30s. I got tickets. Why don't we go? Okay. And we went to see, the cinema was packed to see, I think it was Duck Soup. Maybe Duck Soup or Horse Race. I can't remember. But watching it in a cinema with hundreds of other people was wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, it was, you know, you laugh. Everyone's laughing, and because other people are laughing, you're laughing more. It's great.
Yeah,
love.
I went to see Jaws quite recently that I hadn't seen at the movie, actually in a movie theater.
Oh God, really? We're probably too young.
No, well, I mean, I saw it when it first came out, but I hadn't, and I'd seen it on the telly subsequently. Yeah. But to go back into the cinema, and Love Actually, I saw that in the cinema last Christmas.
Did you?
It was just joyful. It was just lovely. And also, you see so much more when it's that big.
It's nice.
You see so many little things that you don't see when you watch.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah. Anyway, so Jay Kelly,
Philip Harley. Thought we'd have a home cinema experience last weekend.
Yes.
It was amusing to watch the wife walking backwards into the lounge, shining a torch.
Did she have a little usherette's hat on and a tray of ice creams in front of her?
Do you remember there was a show called Film, and then it would have the year, originally with Barry Norman, and then with
films.
Yes, and then with Jonathan Ross for many, many years.
Love Barry
Norman. Well, I was a huge Barry Norman fan, and I was sort of out of the blue. I got asked, would I train as an usherette? Train as an usherette, and they come and film me.
No.
Seriously, in the Odeon Leicester Square.
What training do you need to be?
Well, bloody hell, you try walking back with a tray of Kia Ora, butterkiss, rah, rah, rah. And I have no sense of balance, right? It was sodding difficult. Anyway, did all this filming, never got shown. It was all ended up, I was obviously so crap. But it was a hell of an experience, holding the tray and the little torch.
Dear me.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, well, there we go. So, shall I give you something to watch at home?
Oh, please. Yes, please.
I've mentioned this show before, but this just come back for a third series. If you haven't seen it, you need to go back to series 1 and start again. You don't have to, but it makes more logical sense.
It would help.
Because you get to know the backstory about the copper and his wife, and that sort of plays out in the third series, which has just come out. But the crimes are all, per series. You get one crime that
Oh,
folds
thank God.
or unfolds over 6 weeks. And it's called Border Town, and it's on Channel 4. So
Border
it's
Town.
free, Border Town. It's Finnish. It's very noir, Nordic noir. So it's very dark. It's very gritty. They don't turn on many lights or lamps to illuminate the scene, which is slightly irritating. The sun never comes out.
Of course.
Yeah, it's always winter, and there's normally a snowstorm. Having said that, the guy who acts in it is absolutely brilliant. He plays somebody who is on the spectrum, but God, he plays it well. And he sort of goes through this. He thinks he can see how crimes have been played out, and then the story starts to unfold, and then off he goes to try and find out what's going on. Very good side story with his daughter and his wife. His wife is unwell and has cancer, and that all plays a part in season 1 and season 2, and indeed in season 3. It's been tremendously successful. It's only 6 parts, so you can rattle through them really quickly.
Oh, that's good. I like 6 parts is good.
And they're all there on Channel 4 at the moment, so just bring them up and get stuck in. He's a very nice character. It's well played. It's got nuance. It's not rushed, and it's also not too obvious about what's going to happen next. But it's beautifully characterized, and that is what I would say. And I would also say watch it in the original Finnish, because
I can't bear dubs. I always do that and watch the subtitles. I can't bear it dubbed.
Dubbing just jars, because you're suddenly listening to some sort of slightly wacky American accent, and you just think, "Oh,
hey, look at that!"
Yeah,
and it's like no,
messes with your head.
No, it's the especially with if I watch the Korean films, which are there's some fantastic ones. I mean, God, I don't want it with an American soundtrack because the cadence is wrong.
Yeah,
and it's the speech patterns are just wrong. I know they're doing the best they can, but it's just wrong. I always forget they're acting if I watch those Scandinavian things. Indeed. I forget because they're so dark and totally believable.
It'll be interesting to see whether AI can work out how to dub properly in a way that it can match up the accent and the lips and the translation in a much more seamless way than we currently experience it. I don't know the answer to that, but actually I think that would really transform how a lot of people take on international pieces of drama, particularly, and how they watch them. But anyway, somebody.
I agree. But there's, I mean, the the little short AI films of certainly political commentaries, etc., are extraordinary.
Yeah, yeah.
And you think, what am I watching here? And I have now got to the stage: is this real? Real. Or is it? Yeah, and some of it I can't tell. Paul Claridge says I haven't been to the cinema for years.
Oh, Paul!
Recently, a friend asked me if I'd like to see a movie at our local cinema and tried to encourage me to say we can book a sofa for the two of us. Hello. I replied, I have a sofa at home, which I don't have to book, and we have a large screen TV and dogs to cuddle up to. We'll wait until the movie is available to screen.
He's no fun.
Yeah.
He obviously didn't go, with his girlfriend at the age of 14 and neck in the back row of the cinema.
Yay! Now we're talking. We're talking now. The Southgate Odeon.
Anyway, that show's called Border Town, and I recommend it to everybody.
Channel 4.
Channel 4, Border Town, so you don't have to buy any special subscription to it.
Nothing.
Okay.
How's Landman doing? Is it doing well?
I flipping love Landman.
Yeah.
The series is not quite as good as the other ones, but I'm just waiting for all the new characters to sort of drop into place. But that's on Paramount, so you're going to have to pay for it.
I know. My mate's in that, but bizarrely, Jim
Really?
Meskimen. Yeah, seriously. Jim Meskimen's in that, in Landman. And he keeps sending me, hey, Russ, hi, Jimbo here. I'm in Landman. What do you think?
No, it is absolutely brilliant.
Talented guy. Oh, he's so talented.
Yeah. Billy Bob Thornton is God, frankly.
So you keep sending me all these pictures of him and Billy Bob Thornton. I'm going, how come I don't? You're the most famous person I meet, right? I had a coffee with Colin last Saturday, my mate, my film producer mate. He goes, "I've had a very busy week or so." He said, "I was with Leo." I'm thinking he's meaning Leo Green, Benny Green's son, who's a mate. He went, "No, Leonardo DiCaprio." What do you mean you were with Leo? Yeah, and but these guys are so they can just turn it on, and Colin knows that. I mean, he's worked in America for many years, and they just turn it on, like when he met Clooney. Clooney comes over, "Hey, great to see you again." You're thinking, how can you possibly remember? How the thousands of people you have to schmooze, how can you remember? But they're just so adept at it.
Yeah.
Great. Haven't seen you since,
Good.
Plonk, and it's an art form, isn't it? It's an absolute art form.
Well, that takes me on to the next program, which is a documentary. Do you know who Chris McCausland is?
He was on. Am I going mad? Didn't he win Strictly Come Dancing?
He did.
That's all I know him from. Sorry.
Right. Well, that's how he became more well known. Let's put it that way. He was
extraordinary because he's blind. It was extraordinary.
He's blind, exactly.
Yes, completely blind.
Yeah. And so there is a documentary that the BBC has made. It's just a 1 hour documentary, and it's called Chris McCausland Seeing into the Future.
Oh, God.
Every pun intended.
Yeah.
And basically, AI is now transforming the way that blind people can see or perceive the world around them.
Good God.
So in the morning, he can get hold of his mobile phone, point it at the shirt cupboard, and it will say to him, "There's a green one next to a yellow, next to a white one." So he can choose his shirt, his favorite shirt, or his color scheme, or with AI, he can point the mobile phone towards, let's say I point it at a film crew, which in fact he does when he's out in America. And he says, "What can you see?" And then the AI through the phone says, "I can see a film crew. They look pretty professional because they've got very expensive cameras. So they look as though they know what they're doing." So suddenly, and this is because he's wearing AI glasses, courtesy of Meta. Yeah. We may or may not have mentioned Meta in the past, but Meta, as we know, is a behemoth of a tech company, indeed Facebook. And he's wearing these AI glasses. So he goes to California.
Well, someone needs glasses. Look at this from Julie Voice, formerly of Houston, Texas, now of Guildford, Surrey. "While I've been happily listening to you both, I've been frantically searching for my phone. Well, guess what I'm listening on?"
No.
Julie.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
We could phone.
It's fantastic, isn't it? Fantastic. So Meta, which is Facebook, have developed these glasses, and
they have. So, and he goes all the way out to California to interview the person who's the head of R&D, I think, who's set up this thing. But it is really, really transforming the way that people who've got either very poor sight or no sight can actually appreciate what is in the world around them. Now, Chris McCausland was sighted until he was in his early 20s, I think, and then it was an illness that took away his sight. So when you explain what a tree is, he knows what a tree is because he's seen a tree before, and he's seen people, and he's seen streets, and he's seen sunshine. But clearly it's jolly useful for those people who just want to know everything that's around them.
I think that's magnificent.
Isn't it? It's wonderful.
That's magnificent. God.
I mean, and he's such a lovely fellow, and he doesn't do the sort of comedy routine in the program because it's just a nice documentary. But it's
what I wouldn't have given for my dad to have something like that towards the end of his life. Oh God.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Make a lot of sense. Anyway. Yeah. Worth looking at that, just because it's a nice, well-made documentary, and I really like the science that they talked about inside it. So, and if you know somebody whose sight isn't good, then you should definitely get them to listen to it, even if they can't see it.
Yeah, I was offered a pair of those Meta glasses about 4 years ago. Wow. I thought, I'm never going to wear.
Well, there are some that you can buy at the moment. These ones are experimental, the ones that you're trying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the ones you can get are a bit. I mean, there's certain things like, oh, you can take pictures. I think that's a bit creepy, to be perfectly honest. You don't know, like,
yeah.
hello. It's a bit weird.
My son has got the Ray-Ban ones with.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
That's what. And does he listen to his music through that?
Indeed, he can.
Yeah, that's good. What else do they do? Apart from cool.
Well, I'm not sure because I haven't actually tried them on, but they look like regular Ray-Bans.
Yeah, they're very cool.
Taking photographs, there's a tiny little red mark or red light that comes on. So in theory, the person opposite knows. So you can't wear them as spy.
Oh, I'd disable that straight away.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people probably would. I think a lot would. Anyway, I'm going to take you to Nuremberg, which is probably not where you wanted to go, but I just thought before we
Russell, if you're talking Russell Crowe, I'm all in. Let's go.
Russell Crowe, Nuremberg. He plays, I think he plays it rather well, actually. Rami Malek, who plays the part of...
So he plays Goering, right?
He plays Goering, I'm sorry. He plays Goering.
Yeah.
Rami Malek, who is an Egyptian-American actor I really like and a very nice man. He plays the part...
He always had that funny look, though. He has that funny...
Well, the funny look doesn't work for him in this because his eyes are too expressive. He sort of overplays it, and it's not his finest work. But he plays the part of a psychiatrist who is there to interview all the people before they go to trial to see if they are fit enough to stand trial at the Nuremberg trials in 1945. So it's really the thread of the story is the psychiatrist, and that's where we end up with the story of the psychiatrist as it finally plays out, and it's rather interesting, and I wanted to know a bit more about that further down the line. But I think Russell Crowe's really good. Everybody's talking about nominations.
He looks amazing he looks horribly convincing in the clips I've seen. It's just like, ooh, gives you the shivers.
Richard E. Grant is there playing one of the British barristers. Leo Woodall, the British actor, is also there playing one of the young American officers, army officers. I think it's a nice piece. A lot of people won't want to go and see it because it is so unbelievably graphic. I saw a lot of stuff I'd never seen before, original black and white footage, and I was quite astonished. So I'm
not going. No.
It's really in your face.
If it was a courtroom drama, which I love, they used to make great ones in the 80s and 90s. They're really fantastic, you know. But no, if it's going to have concentration camp footage, I just can't. I can't.
We can't forget this stuff.
No, we can't. Well, you say that's another 2-day conversation, but no, we can't forget that.
And it's 1 o'clock.
Oh, it is 1 o'clock. 1:02. Chantal, so when are you departing to Dubai?
Tonight. Unfortunately,
tonight.
I checked my ticket because I was trying to work out how long it was going to take me to get to Heathrow, and then I looked at my ticket and I found out it was Gatwick. So, that could have been a major blunder. So yes, I'm off to Gatwick at the end of the afternoon.
She's a real blonde, ladies and gentlemen. She's here all week. Have a wonderful time. I hope the fog abates and Sherlock Holmes doesn't come out on a camel or anything like that with Dr. Watson.
If I don't come back with a winter tan, I'm going to be cross.
You're going to be really annoyed. Are you gone for how long? Because I'm just jealous.
No, I'm just there for 3 nights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have a lovely time.
I will do.
Chantal, au revoir. And there she is, Chantal Rickards OBE, on her way to Dubai. If you've never been, it's an extraordinary place. It's completely mad. Thank you for another great week. Really appreciated it. Have at time. Oh, she's Australian, doesn't speak English. Have at time. Right. Probably an Australian phrase. I don't know. Anyway, have a wonderful weekend, everybody. I may not be back on Monday because I got what they call a family meeting for yet more funerals. But Neil will be here for sure. Take care. Look after each other. And remember, no hurty words. Bye now. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.